Good morning, it's day 2 in Andorra.
It's day 2 of the Andorran adventure. We are still a day away from the game itself, but I'm going to show you the hotel that I'm staying in. Not that one, it's this one here. Now it doesn't look much, but as you all know, I sometimes work to a budget, and this, my friends, is roughly about £45 a night. And it's not too bad at all for £45 a night. So I wouldn't say Andorra in the summer is that expensive to stay in. Some of the really nice hotels with pools were maybe £60 or £70 a night, but not much more than that. I chose this one as I just wanted to, I'm just essentially sleeping in it, so all I wanted was a room. Wasn't doing a hostel again. So let's go. Let's get into today. If there was a place that said, just stop and smell the roses, this is it. It is absolutely spectacular. Everywhere you look. The middle of the Pyrenees, this little country. As you know, I've been trying to get hold of Interclub d'Escalade for a long time prior to this game, and they eventually get back to me, but it was a bit standoffish. Didn't really get much response. I eventually got a ticket for the game when they released them to the public, but at €65. Wow, that was a bit steep for a first round qualifier for the Champions League, but I had to take it. I was coming here anyway. But they have an office here. Well, as you imagine, none of the Andorran teams have places at the stadiums because they all use the same stadium, pretty much. Not all of them, but the majority of them do. So they all have offices in the towns. So I have now for Inter d'Escalade, which is right here. What do you think? Should I try and knock the door and see what happens? Let's go. There's the team there. 4-6, look at that. Let's give it a go. 4-6, 4-6. Well, I got as far as here, but nobody's answering. Maybe I'm too early for them. I'll go for breakfast and come back. The culture of Andorra as well, I'm going to show you. You've obviously got your souvenir shops, your restaurants, and then you've got your gun shops. Yep. I have no idea what this is for. Is this maybe for hunting or something? But yeah, you've got your kind of... Are these airsofts? I'm not entirely sure if they're just fakes. I can't really be sure. It can't be that price for a... No, it can't be. These can't be real. I mean, look, it's a bloody There's a bloody... Look at the size of that. That can't be right. Bloody crossbows and everything. If this is for hunting, I'd hate to see what's out there. That was already a cheap and cheerful breakfast. I was going to get into McDonald's and have my usual, because the one thing when I'm in Europe that I can't stand are the coffees. I just like a normal size coffee, not your little things, espressos, or they have 100 names for them. I just want a white coffee. So McDonald's is normally my go-to for that if I want that. But would you believe it? 9:20 in the morning in Andorra, McDonald's is shut. But I've just spotted that, which will do me nicely. That's a coffee. That's what I expect size-wise. Sorry guys. Isn't this a clever effect? Colours on the pavement. These are not painted on the pavement. These are caused by these, the sun shining through them. Isn't that a great idea? Look how colourful it makes the place. So today's mission is the bridge. Now, we have to go to a town called Canillo, which is about half an hour further up the valley. And I'm just calling it the bridge. It's a Tibetan bridge. Now, I'm just gonna let you see it when I turn up on it, but it's the biggest one in Europe, longest one in Europe. There's a viewpoint up there as well, but everybody that goes to Andorra says you've got to go and see this place and do it. So, I'm doing it despite being scared of heights. So, now walking to the bus station and we'll get going to this place. So I'm now at the bus station, waiting for the bus to Canillo. It should be due in about 10 minutes time. It's going to be cutting it fine because it's a half hour to Canillo, and I need to catch an 11 o'clock bus up the mountain to the bridge, because you have to be at the bridge. This is weird. You have to be at the bridge half an hour before you're crossing it. Don't know, it all seems a bit odd to me. So let's see if we can catch this bus or not. And there, it's where we arrived in Andorra yesterday. Very, very picturesque, as you'd imagine. On the bus. But the question is, are we going to get to Canillo in time for the connecting bus up the mountain? Oh dear, why does this need to be so stressful all the time? Okay, we made it to Canillo, we made it to the bus, I think just by the skin of our teeth. So this is another town in Andorra, about, I don't know, about 4 or 5 miles up the road, still takes half an hour. We just climbed and climbed and climbed, even higher than we were before. So, this is the bus, this is what we do, so let's go. Before we mention, that thing is where we're going at some point today. Can't believe I'm doing this, by the way. Good God. Bus ride that was. James Bond roads all the way up here and lightly all the way down as well. But God, look at the scenery. It's just absolutely words can't even describe it. I think if you've ever been to Austria, the Tyrol, Salzburg, these sorts of places, then yeah, it's very, very similar scenery to there. Mountains, green, all the way to the top. Absolutely gorgeous. You can already feel the altitude. I'm kind of labouring a bit, shall we say. And as far as I know, I've got to walk all the way up here. All the way up that road you can see in the distance to get to the bridge. Now, let's talk about this bridge. It's a Tibetan bridge, which basically means it's hung over a ravine, anchored at both sides. Picture Indiana Jones, if you like, the rope bridge there. That's a Tibetan bridge of sorts. This one's made of more modern materials, but it's hung between the ravine. It's the longest one in Europe. I think it's 670 metres long. I'm guessing maybe the longest one's in Tibet. Don't know, somebody else can tell me that. But For you guys, I'm going to complete this challenge and overcome my fear of heights. Yes, the ravine is 200 metres deep, but it's one fear I'm going to overcome for this challenge. Right guys, never let it be said I don't put in the effort here. Oh, dearie dear, I can't believe it. Right guys, I'm off. Lovely chap I just met who lives in Malaga, an English chap. Oh good God, the bridge, yeah, I can confirm it is moving. It does move. So, yeah, there's nothing behind us. Oh dear. I'm not going to video the whole thing, but yeah, you can see where I'm going here. Good God. Don't know if you can hear that noise, it's very unsettling. Please don't make that noise. Please don't make that noise. Right, the squeaking has stopped. I'm a wee bit happier now, but my laces have become untied. Great. Excuse me a minute. I'm just going to tie my laces. It's just about the midpoint now. Just about to start heading up, but look at that. I'm not going to film over the side because I might lose my phone. Yeah, it's beautiful rivers running straight down to the... Oh man, this is just fantastic. You can see where the river runs down, that little valley, straight down there. Absolutely phenomenal. Just hear the guys cutting some trees down right below us. Oof. Guys, if you ever come to Andorra, this is well worth it. Something like €19 to come here. That includes the bus up here onto the bridge and the viewpoint that I'm going to be going to later. But it's absolutely phenomenal. Some things you want to do in life, Sydney Harbour Bridge, you know, I don't know, going up the Empire State Building, this has got to be on that list now. It's got to be. Completed. Well, it would be were it not for the fact that when you get here there's only one way to get back, because there's nothing here unless you fancy hiking 20 kilometres. Yep, that's right, you've got to go and do it all over again. Actually, it was pretty straightforward, apart from when you get in the middle and it starts squeaking a little bit uneasily. And for those physics professors in there, it does resonate slightly. Definitely feel it. If you stop moving, you can feel it. So if you get a wee bit seasick, don't stop moving. What view, eh? Tell you what, ground hopping takes you to some fantastic places. It really does. I would never have come here if I hadn't been for this game. I'm not a skier, so it's not something that was top of my list. It's a difficult place to get to, don't get me wrong. A 3-hour bus trip out of Barcelona is not something that's pretty you want to enjoy. You don't normally enjoy bus trips, do you? So I can recommend this. Give yourselves 3 days, 3 nights at least, because by the time you arrive from Barcelona you won't have much of a night left before you need to get some kip. So that gives you 2 full days before. Does it give you 2 full days? I don't know. You know, it's a difficult one because you've got to build in the bus trip to Barcelona and when your flights are. That's what makes it so difficult. But this is my reward. To be sitting here on a Monday morning. There we go, I've got a clear path ahead of me. is me walking back to where I started. It's the only way you can get back, folks, is by returning. You walk across the bridge once and then you walk back. Might seem a bit pointless, but the experience of it is well worth it. I mean, how many chances do you get to walk across a Tibetan bridge like this, suspended between two anchor points, that's 700 metres long, with scenery like this? I'm telling you, you don't get much opportunity to do that. So, sign off for the bridge now. Next time you'll see me is at the viewpoint. Hopefully I can grab some lunch there. Good. Citroen CVs, 4 of them in a row. I can't think about them without thinking about Peter Sellers for some reason. So we're now up at the viewpoint, which is called Rockdale. Oh, I can't remember now. Rockdale. It's called Mirador something. Mirador Rock. I'll show you later the name of it. But it's quite near to the Tibetan bridge, and I'm kind of using this. I haven't got a banana for scale, so we're going to just use the cars on the road that you can see whizzing about. So we are quite an old distance up this Pyrenean mountain. So I'm just about to walk to the viewpoint now, where hopefully you'll get a good view of the town of Canillo. Here we go. Right, here is its correct name, Mirador del Roc del Cur. That's the name of it. Let's see what we've got here. Let's do the first party. Let's see the kind of... This isn't the main viewpoint, by the way. This is just a little sneak preview of what we're going to see. Because we're going out there. You seen that from below? I showed you that before. Wow. Really pretty. Say, guys, is that if you're coming to these places, it is not for the faint-hearted. It is a fair old hike to the bridge and to this viewpoint, even where the bus drops you off. So if you don't feel you're fit enough to walk 1 kilometre to the bridge and 1 kilometre back, plus the half a kilometre across the bridge, then coming to this place, again, there's a lot of walking involved, so make sure that you're ready for it. If you've got any injury or anything like that, don't even think about it. Right, here we go. Right. Oh, of course they've got a glass floor, haven't they? Marvellous. Glass floor's just what we need. A cloudy, but there we go. So, 3,000 metres. That's never 3,000 metres, is it? Is it? I don't know, it could be. My cars are fairly small. You're right there, pal. Car noise money. Good lord. That's the road that you come up in the bus. Bit of helter-skelter. But it's actually wider than it looks. That's the town of Canillo, where we'll spend a little bit of time. And that bus down there is the bus that's going to take us back if we just time it right. Now that I know it's sitting there, I now know how long I've got to get the bus back down. So as you see, Canillo is very small, not big at all. And the next town closest to Andorra La Vella is again on camp, where the game is being played tomorrow night. There we go. There's your man sitting nonchalantly dangling near the edge. Yeah, it's worth a visit. Because I'm on my own, I'm doing things a wee bit quicker than couples would or families. So I'm packing it all in for you guys. So that's us back in Canillo. Got the bus. Had to run for it, hence why there's no video. Was sitting there waiting. Misjudged the time a little. So still not had any lunch. All I've had is a bottle of Coke up there. So I'm now going to see if there's anywhere in Canillo I can grab a bit of lunch. And then we're going to head back into Andorra Away, or to be precise, Escalade, and see if we can chap the door of the football team again. Where I came for lunch in Canillo. It's a chain, I've seen them across other towns in Andorra, so we'll see what this is like. Look at this, by the way. Bloody hell. That's just a little one. It's as big as my hand. Bloody hell. Looking forward to this. This is just a little back end of Canillo. Look how pretty it is. This is the old part of Canillo. Tourist information folks have told me to come up here. There's an old church, so I have to investigate up here. But how pretty is that, just off the mountain? Imagine that's your house tucked away like that. How pretty is that? Right, let's go and see what's right here. Up these streets, these are an example of something I've found. This is a flour mill that used to be owned by the family that lived in this house here. And this is how they made their money. It was built beside what was the river. The river would have been here, ran through here, and that would have powered the grindstone, which ground the flour, ground the wheat into flour. Absolutely fascinating, it really is. And this is one of the last examples standing of that. And this is what Andorra built its wealth on initially. Down to here, you can see the river still flowing to here. Right, let's back to the church now. See marks on the ground here. Here, here, here. And all different marks. These were the marks that the families used to brand their livestock with. All the different families had their own brand. So they were all represented here. Left for eternity. Wow, what a great idea. Here is the church that the lady told me to come and see. If you just look in the background, you'll see the viewpoint that we were at earlier today in the distance. That's I still can't remember the name of it. So we'll take a little look inside this church. I'm told it's open, so we'll go and have a little look. This is inside the church. So beautiful. Stained glasses. Absolutely fantastic, but the building is so old, and I think this may be the original foundations of the church, the original church. It seems to be. Very old. I can't say how old because I'm not a good judge of that. I'm not an expert in these sort of things. Wow, a little room in there. I'm not an expert in these things, but the doors, I always judge places by the doors, and these look medieval. Look at them. I'm tripped there, but these look as if they've been there for hundreds and hundreds of years. Wow. It's even an old baptismal font. Absolutely fantastic. So moving on. I think we're now going to leave Canillo. and head back to Andorra La Vella and maybe relax for the rest of the evening. I'll give Interclub d'Escalade one more chance in the office, but I think I might have missed them. They'll probably be away home by now. But we'll try. Never let it be said. We will try. Right, back in Escalade, and it's 3:45. And outside the offices of Interclub d'Escalade, which is between an ice cream shop and an optician's. So I'm going to try them one more time and see what we get. Not going to video obviously this time, but just want to see if they'll talk to me, which will be interesting. God loves a tryer, but once again nobody is home the day before their second match in the qualifying round of the Champions League. Good God. Guys, I'm back in Andorra La Vella, well, Escalade, whatever you want to call it. Just wanted to point out the facilities that people have got here. Now I know this is a pretty well off country, but look at the tennis courts. It's ready to go. And this will probably be like a public use court or a coaching court, but the balls are out ready, the umpire's chair, the net's up. It's a good, I don't know if that's a clay court, I don't know what it is. It's got a wee stand and everything. That's unbelievable. I couldn't tell you anywhere in Scotland that's got that right now. I really couldn't. Okay folks, changed, we're on a evening walk as it were. Need to visit some hostelries, but right now we're on a bit of an expedition to find the home of FC Andorra, which I believe is the old stadium that all the teams used to play in before the Andorran FA built this new stadium out at On Camp, and that's now the one that they're all using. So this stadium in Santa Coloma is the one that FC Andorra are going to use for the Spanish second La Liga 2 that they're going to be in next season. So it's I think it's about 6:15 just now, so I don't think there's any chance of me getting in, but at least I'll know what it is, and we might make an attempt tomorrow, you never know. I don't believe it, but I've just somehow managed to sneak into the National Stadium. As you can see, the artificial grass is up. And this is it. Can't believe I'm here. But there we go. The National Stadium of Andorra. I'm standing in it. I'm standing in the sidelines now. Good God. You'd think they'd have some security. I'll just walk straight in off the street. Wow. That's the view that everybody talks about, isn't it? Right there. So there we go folks, the National Stadium of Andorra as it was. They no longer play here. I think they're playing in On Camp now. Incredibly enough. Doesn't seem that many seats, does it? But there we go. There we go. There is your stadium. With the AstroTurf lifted, it's just concrete underneath. So they're obviously replacing it. Good luck to them with that. And good night, I better get out here before the police come. This looks like a basketball court as well. I can't be sure, but again, just walked in off the street here. Look at the size of this place. That's the name of the team. Somebody can look that up maybe. That's the court they play on. Just walking about the corridors now of the National Stadium. These are the changing rooms apparently. Look at that. It's out to the ground. My God. Imagine doing this at Hampden.
It's a open control, look. It's an open control room. It's locked, thankfully, but dearie me. But yeah, gate's wide open. Right, I'm definitely getting out of here before I get arrested. Okay? Definitely getting out. So, thank you, Andorra Stadium, for that unofficial tour. I shall now leave you. See you later. As I was saying, walked into that stadium unchallenged.
Turn right onto Kararantig Kara Major.
I'm just trying to find the pub I was at yesterday because it was really quite pleasant, and spend a couple of hours.
Turn right
As
onto
I was saying, just trying to find this pub I was at yesterday because it was quite pleasant. So if I can find that again, I'll be quite happy. Spend an hour or two there. But this part is really quite beautiful. It's just tight little lanes, just as you'd imagine a place this old would be. It's beautiful. Right, all those people that watch British comedy, is it just me, or in this little square are you expecting René Artois to come out at any point with that German with the, or no sorry, with the British guy with the funny French accent? It's exactly like the set. Okay, it's 9:30 now. Had several beers and a lovely dinner, and it cost a grand total of €29, which in the grand scheme of things is not a lot. Look at this, it's beautiful. You just want to keep investigating up these lanes, you never know what's round the corner. It is so beautiful. Right, we're at the end of day 2. Match day tomorrow. Whole lot of different preparations tomorrow. So not as much beer, not as much pizza, but just as good a day.